Hello, how's everybody doing? Good morning, how's everybody doing? I think I got everything working right, so I didn't shut the recorder off for the last one. So anyway, good morning. Hopefully you're all safe and doing pretty good. Did you see the last movie? I hope you went and watched it. Not just watch the movie review, but watch the movie too, because I want to know in the comments what you thought. Okay, well, I was doing a movie review on The Code, which is the name on the DVD I got, and name on the poster I've got on the Plex. But if I found it, the same movie. They're talking about it because I didn't realize this was German media. The other name, or the real name, is Think as Thieves. So I don't know which is true, but I called it The Code. I've got it as The Code. It's the same movie. It was done in New York, veteran. Morgan Freeman and Antonio Banderas stars in this one. And this one came from 2009. I think that's when it was released. Let me double check that. I'll say it at the end again, but yeah, if I didn't get it right, I would say it at the end, the correct one, because I'll be looking at the right information. But anyway, American German action thriller heist film. There was a love interest in this thing too, so it was kind of a love story, but it wasn't a love story because she was using him. So anyway, Morgan Freeman, his character in this one, and Antonio Banderas were hooking up as partners in a thief, and they gave him the coin to basically explain the code of thieves in the movie, and that's why they called it The Code. So this is from a whole crime family in New York City. I think they filmed it in New York City, but who knows? Anyway, so the history on this thing is Morgan Freeman plays a thief, and Antonio Banderas plays a new thief, kind of trying to come into the market. Morgan Freeman's known as the master, but Morgan Freeman had a past that he killed his partner. At least that's what they say at the beginning of the movie. And his daughter worked for him. Well, Morgan Freeman. Well, his daughter was the daughter was the friend of Morgan Freeman because he keeps bringing flowers to her law office in New York under the railway, under the line. They always put movies under the line. I don't know why they do that, but under the elevated train line, so they can make it more dramatic because the train's going overhead and they're making all kinds of noise. Anyway, she had a law office there, and Antonio Banderas was trying to be the suitor. So after Morgan Freeman explained the rules and all that, the next day he went back to talk to her. Do something you're not supposed to be. Somebody tells you not to do. If you're the kind of person, you're going to go do it anyway, just to see if it works, see if you can get away with it. So he did that. He went back and talked to the girlfriend, or the friend's daughter. Then they proceed to go through their little crime wave. They need to steal eggs that were made in gold, Fabergé eggs. There's like 4 of them they didn't know about. So they were going to go to the rich guy's vault, and steal them because they were supposed to keep them, and they were sold. And Fabergé eggs were rich, worth anything. And if you had one, it was great. You had one. It was cool. You were somebody of status if you had a Fabergé egg. To me, they're just a dust collector, a gold encrusted dust collector you set on the wall, or set in a safe and not look at it. Set in a china cabinet, look through the glass at it. But they were working on a plan to steal this. They got a whole crew. They got the plan together. They worked on the plan for a while. They ended up going to where the thing was and breaking the safe and getting distractions to keep the guards and everybody happy or distracted away from what's going on. Well, Antonio Banderas was being played by the friends, by the woman. Let's just say the woman. Let's put it that way. The woman being played by the woman to want to do something else, and she got caught. Antonio Banderas was a cop, and he got betrayed. And they knew he was a cop, and he was a dirty cop, and he got part of it. So he busted. He tried to bust Morgan Freeman in the vault, which I thought was kind of interesting and with a good twist. And so the good twist turned out to be really good. And then they did a lot of funny things in that movie. And there's lots of twists and turns and bars, and Antonio Banderas gets the girl or plays with the girl or sleeps with the girl, and Morgan Freeman shows up at the room where he's sleeping with the girl, and I told you to leave the girl alone. Now come on, we got work to do. Which was a pretty good twist on that. And it really turned out to be a pretty good movie. They broke into the safe. Morgan Freeman was held up at the safe. Antonio Banderas' character showed him a badge and ran out with the merchandise, and then he went to the Russian to sell the merchandise to the Russians, and he holds the products safe hostage with a gun pointed at the box. Then he gets the girlfriend, tells her to run. They hand over the box, turns out to be empty. So now he's on the run from the Russians. I like it when they use Russians in these movies. They use Russians in the White House, too, for the same thing. Fake news. Anyway, so he ends up rescuing her from that, and they were all working in cahoots against the cop, Antonio Banderas' character, and Morgan Freeman makes a deal with the guy that owns the vault to get out the vault scot-free, walks away with no problems, and they end up getting Antonio Banderas' character gets, Antonio's character gets a short stick at the end. It turns out to be a pretty good twist and turns. They tell a lot of backstory in this of the characters. I kind of like it. It's a movie worth watching over and over again. I've got the one titled The Code in my collection, but it's also known Think It's Thieves in Russia. So it's an English movie. It was distributed by First Look National, Quality Pictures, Productions, Government Park, Relevant Entertainment, and a whole bunch more. No big companies that I can see on there, but they did a pretty good job with the movie. It came out on April 17th, 2009. It run 104 minutes. It was the United States and Germany. It was released. It was released in English. The budget was $25 million, and I don't know what it made on the box office, but with Morgan Freeman in there, it probably made $200 million or more. It was a good movie. Morgan Freeman always presents well. And they're not going to say how much they made in Germany, 2009, but, it's still a good movie, and I'd watch it over and over again. And probably do. But we've got 800 movies to go through, so we need to get a whole bunch of movies done quickly, which is why you see me the red shirt. I'm just getting them done as I watch them, and if I can watch 6 or 8 movies in a day or two, or my computer is working on the other videos for the other channel, then I'm going to do that. It's hard to get 360 movies out in one time. But be careful, and we'll talk to you later, and be safe, and we'll talk at you at the next video. Bye now.
Thank